Hi, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for August 29th, 30th, 31st, and September 1st, Monday through Thursday. Now, this is just the introduction. If you're new to the channel and you want to bypass the introduction, just go down to the timestamp. I try to put that on every description, and you can bypass and go directly to whatever sign it is you want to hear about. Anyway, I will be using my Radley Valentine decks. I will use my Archangel Power Tarot cards for the main reading. I will pull one from my Guardian Angel cards. I will pull one from my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. And I have started to incorporate Inspirational Wisdom from Angels and Fairies by Frances Monroe, and artwork by Judy Mastrangelo. Okay, so I will be pulling one of that. Now, I am also, for the introduction, will be using my Waite Rider deck and my Colette Baron Read the Good Tarot. I have prayed, I have meditated, I have infused all the decks with Reiki energy. But remember, this and these are general readings, so take what you like, leave the rest. Have some fun with it too. I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power, God, Holy Spirit, and whatever the message is, the message is. Okay, now let's just go through. Not a whole lot happening. It was interesting that, I do post the Schumann resonance, and it was interesting that not today, which is Friday, but a couple of days, yes, I think Thursday and Wednesday, there was a total blackout. There was nothing posted with the Schumann resonance. I don't know why that is. It wasn't even that it was just a calm moment. It was just nothing. So interesting. They are posting again. And because I do go directly to the live site. And now there is a little bit of streaking of the white, meaning that there is some solar energies moving on with us. We will see what we will see. The 28th through the 1st actually looks like there's some interesting energies, but it looks like it's going to be fairly decent. August 28th, Venus which is in Leo, is opposing Saturn in retrograde, which is in Aquarius. The 1st of September, we have Mercury, 6 degrees Libra, trining with Mars, 6 degrees Gemini. That'll be interesting because we have these two energies that are in these air signs. So air is swords. Sword energy is making plans, thinking things through. It's also hearing news. So Mars, god of war. Mercury is, basically communications and electronics. So it's the things that go on in the air. So now again on the 1st, we have Mars, again in Gemini, sextiling with Jupiter, which is retrograde in Aries. Aries is our fire energy. It is our Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. It is passionate, burning, very determined. But when it sextiles with each other, those are actually good energies. It's not necessarily very forceful energy, but they're not really trying to create mischief. September 1st, again, we have Mercury again opposing Jupiter. So that's going to be interesting in itself. And remember, so Mercury in Libra opposing Jupiter, which is retrograde again in Aries. Now, we do have our planets that are retrograde. We have Neptune, which is in Pisces. Again, water energy. Pisces is Cancer, and Scorpio also water, I should say. Fluid, emotional. Neptune has been in Pisces for quite a while, but it has been retrograde also. Dreamy energies, dreams possibly that could come true. We also have, Neptune, we have Jupiter retrograde in Aries, which is very good and positive energy, and that Aries is very fiery energy. We also have Uranus, which is in Taurus, again, retrograde, earth energy, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, money, job, career, something to do with your home. It's like whatever it is, it comes down to the reality of life. Pluto in Capricorn and Saturn in Aquarius. So we actually have all energies have something going retrograde. The earth energy is a little bit heavier with Pluto and with Taurus, and they've been they've been in these signs for a little bit of time. Pluto since 2008, and that goes forward, backward, and Uranus since, I think, 2018. And again, that goes backwards too. So watch the community page. I do post things on the community page, also Facebook and Instagram, if I think anything is of interest. Okay, so with that, it's just, there's just so much happening. We just don't even know what it is all about. We're going day by day. But remember, whatever's going on in the world, we still have to live our individual lives. We still need to make sure that we keep our vibrations high. The higher we keep our vibrations, the higher we attract high vibrations also. So let's see what we have going on. What do we want to say? Cards, Holy Spirit, higher power. What's going on in this world, especially for August 29th through September 1st, Monday through Thursday? What do we have? Oh, okay. So we got some cards that have fallen. Let's see. Only 2. Interesting. I thought that there was actually more. So let's see. So whatever it is going to go fast. It's an interesting energy because the Chariot is major arcana. It is universal energy. It is a number 7. Remember, numbers have really strong meanings too. 7 is a divine number, divine protection, divine umbrella energy. So we have the Chariot. The Chariot is, to me, it's whatever's going to be going on, it's going to be fast moving. And we won't have the control we think we have over it, okay? So it's kind of like one of those times that you let go and let God and just hope that, hope, pray, meditate, whatever, put it up there and say, take the wheel, because, and please, I will always say this, whenever I give that type of control over, and, because remember, we do have free will here, we do have choices here, as much as we can do as long, with everybody else's choices. But, I always ask for mercy and grace, okay? Because sometimes things can get rough, but with the Chariot, it's basically saying things aren't necessarily in our control, so be aware of it, and it will give you some peace also. The other thing about this, the Chariot is about winning, is about promotion, is about a positive energy with whatever's going on. It is something that tends to work for our favor, even if we don't necessarily see it as our favor. The Chariot also is kind of, the race can be hard, the race can be long, but it does work out for us in the end. Sometimes we just don't see it that way. So anything else with this card? No. I mean, we have the black, the white, so we have the opposing with the white, anyway, we have the black and the white here. He does, if you notice, he does not hold on to the reins. He does hold on to his scepter or his spear or whatever that is. So let's see what we've got next. This is, again, reversed energies do have some strong energy also. They actually have a little stronger energy to me. The Queen of Swords. Court cards have dual energies. The Queen's underlying energy is water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, as I talked about. So fluid and emotional, caring energy, loving energy. But this is that sword energy, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Oh, and I forgot to even say, Libra will be going, Mercury will be going retrograde, which is in Libra right now, on the 10th of September. So we have entered the shadow of Mercury retrograde. Always interesting, and it's especially for my Libras, and especially since it's in Libra. People from your past returning. A lot of times we are coming closer and closer to a thinning veil between this world and that world. And so we could have more people on that other side. We could have some very, extraterrestrial, we'll put that out there. We could have some metaphysical energies and visitations at the same time. A lot of times when Mercury goes retrograde, it does have a lot to do with, to me, my opinion, what I have seen, it has a lot to do with balancing of karma. So the Queen of Swords, There's this queen energy. There's this ruling energy. I'm kind of, I'm really getting the queen energy very, very strongly here. So, think of whatever the queen represents to you. But the queen, oh, and also there's, I don't know, is she welcoming? Is she saying, come here, I got my sword for you? I don't know. The Queen of Swords is very objective. Also tries to see things very clearly. Tries to see, just do what needs to be done, and kind of tapers or pushes down the emotional side of the water. Okay, so let's see what we have here. So we have that Queen of Swords going on. Now let's see what we have here. We have the Lovers. So this is a 6. This is the number of man. It is the energies we put into it. It is the Lovers card. It is, again, major arcana. So we have these 2 major arcanas between us. This, like I said, this is a very positive. Things will be working out. It doesn't necessarily mean that that the journey will be smooth, but it will mean that things will work out for the best. That Queen energy is really pushing through. The Sword energy, and again, the Queen of Swords can be a little bit on the colder side because she has to be so logical. She has to think things through. But then we have that Lovers card, which is, again, the Lovers card kind of gives me a dual energy with this. Sometimes it's very positive. If this was a Lovers reading and I got the Lovers card, I'd be like, wow, this is positive. But in this general one, there could be some, some problems with relationships. Whatever this is, it could, and especially with Mercury in that shadow kind of thing, there could be some relationship issues. There could be some communication issues going on at the same time. So we're going to kind of put the Lovers energy aside, or just kind of, let's just be aware of this. Sometimes the Lovers energy also brings about reconciliation, and it also brings about some good health. Now we do have the this divine angel, and the divine angel is doing a covering. It is maybe possibly the blessing. Not quite sure what I like about, the red wings are kind of doing some covering too. Not quite sure, because that's a very bold and very, I'm going to say assertive type of covering here with this. The man is looking at the woman is looking up. We have some interesting backgrounds. We have the serpent in the background on the fruit tree, and then we have little fire dragon or fire tongues on this with the man. So not quite sure where we're at, except that I would say that there could be some relationship, I don't know if it's going to be issues or just relationships clearing of the energy. So when that happens, and especially with this Mercury thing, so just be prepared to have a little bit of confrontations or a little assertive energy with relationship. But I told you in the beginning that, the September 1st didn't have really any bad energy, or I shouldn't say bad, any really aggressive energy for that weekend or for that week. So let's see what we have going on here. The Queen is really pulling me. So the Queen is really pulling me. No, don't know why. But again, to the Chariot, hey, nothing we can control. We can't really control it. Raise your vibrations, give it to higher power, God, whoever that is to you. The Lovers, again, not quite feeling total peace and harmony with the Lovers. Kind of feeling a little bit more of that assertive or aggressive energy with the Lovers. So there could be that aggressive energy with relationships. Okay. Again, this is more of a universal type of energy here. But we were not going to have, and I don't know why she keeps calling to me. We will see what we will see. Okay, let's go on here. And, also too, my computer has upgraded, I think I've just done the 3rd upgrade. So hopefully the sound is there. Anyway, let's see what we've got. The Empress. The Empress. So we've got 3 major arcana with this. So I love the Empress. You know that, especially with Mercury retrograde, she does help to put things in place and in order. And so we have that 3. 3 is creativity. It is celebration. Also, there is the power of 3. So say something, do something. We are in the waxing part of the moon, so it is a good time to be requesting things. The Empress has a little bit of a chaotic energy, but everything is works out for the best with the Empress. I feel like the Empress has the feminine divine energy, so you might want to call that you might want to call that Gaia, or you might want to call that Holy Spirit, whatever your belief system is. The Empress wants to provide for us, and so there is provision. The thing is, we have to, again, make those choices. Do we accept this or do we not? Because, again, we can accept. But again, we do have a little bit of a chaotic energy, because it's like she has so many gifts and so many, like, okay, this good? No? Okay, how about this? Well, you know what? I've got this. It's not the best for you, but maybe it's not the worst for you either. So there is this energy that's trying to provide, but we have to say, yes, this is what we want. And again, Mercury retrograde, whenever I see my Empress, trying to create peace, harmony, balance, again, we have to be the ones to say, okay, we'll try it your way, which is giving up a lot of our control, which we don't necessarily want to do. So interesting stuff. I don't know, that Queen is pulling at me. We'll find out why. Let me know what you're thinking about this, just because I love to hear your views. Read the cards with me. But anyway, we will be starting our videos, but take a moment to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. You help keep me here. But why don't we, like I said, I will bypass this. I will give you the timestamp, but why don't we start our videos now? Hello, my Aquariuses, and how are you doing? Well, let's see what we've got going on for this week. Let's see. Yeah, Saturn is retro. And it's about to go, what is it, October 28th or so. It will start going direct, and then it will go in and out of Aquarius. So there's a lot of cleaning house, and I know I've talked about that a couple of times throughout, but we're coming closer and closer to the cleaning house time. So what does that mean? A discovery, uncovering, being aware. My Aquarius is opening eyes up. Strength, okay. 8 of Raphael. Opening your eyes, seeing that your reality, seeing the truth of reality, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean that you yourself, and this card wants to, oh yeah, you definitely want to stay. Okay, doesn't mean that you're not seeing it, but it just seems bigger. It's more like it's the people around you even. There's also a sense of not necessarily being satisfied. There's a strong sense of dissatisfaction. I can't speak. Being dissatisfied. How's that? It just, well, we're not going to even go there anymore. It just feels like you're not, you just don't feel like you're where you're supposed to be. But it's okay, because this is just, again, this is moving you along, and this is getting you ready for something even more spectacular and something even better. Now, but for this week, not weekend, we have these cards all just came out on their own. This one flipped while I was shuffling it even. So we have the 11. We have an 11, 1, new beginning. A 10 plus 1, transition with a new beginning. And then we have a 1 added to 2, make it 2. It becomes your choices. What are you going to do? Just because you're transitioning doesn't mean you have to move forward just yet. Though this Chariot card and this 8 of Raphael does lean towards a lot of more changes for you than you really might even be ready for. Okay, so we have this Strength card. We have Archangel Ariel. She, wonderful. She is that combination of the physical and the metaphysical. She is kind. When we talk about fairies, when I do my fairy cards, they're like earth angels. She is that combination between between that heavenly realm, though she is heavenly. She is an archangel, so don't get me wrong with that. But yet she dwells a little more on the earth, takes care of nature, takes care of the animals, takes care of the trees, takes care of the people that live in this world. Okay, so she does have a lot of strong earthly energy here. Okay, so we have the strength card. We do have that, strength does not necessarily mean being a bully, does not mean being bold, though it does not say you can't be bold. Strength is also dealing with those bullies, dealing with those people that may not necessarily have your best interest, but dealing with them with kindness and with also being gentle with them too. But I also feel like the strength card is about you when you're dealing with the bullies, when you're dealing with the people that aren't just trying to mess with you or mess with your mind. Strength is also knowing when to say enough and moving out and moving away. Okay, so there's a lot with this strength card for you, my Aquarians. And again, it's like when to say no, when to say I'm done, I'm moving. Okay, because we have these two cards, and there's a lot. This is opportunities coming, an emotional opportunity, but it's still opportunities. And this is fast. This is like if once you decide to change a direction, you're on your way. You're on your way. Anyway, so this is strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence, forgiveness. You can get mad, you can get angry. It's just how you respond in anger that's really the problem. Or the strength. Okay, if you respond by yelling, screaming, throwing a fit, that's a problem, and that's basically you're giving you're basically saying my self peace, my self worth. I'm throwing it all at you, and I'm giving it up. I'm getting rid of what I know who I am. So. But when but if you're angry and you deal with it in a way, doesn't mean you have to be a doormat. Never saying that. I am never saying that about you, or that you have to accept. That's what a lot of people say. Oh, look how strong that person is. They live with that person, or they're in that. No, it doesn't mean you have to be a doormat. It's just be wise and just figure out how to move forward without giving any of yourself away. How's that? Because then we come to this 8 of Raphael. 8 is unlimited opportunities, unlimited possibilities. It's, Raphael is our water energy. It is our Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Pisces has Neptune. It's all about the dreams. It's all about those hidden things that you've been wanting to do. But the 8 is also telling you that emotionally there's more out there. This is not just it. This is not it, my Aquarius. So when you're saying, is this all I have? Is this all I have? No, there's more. There is more out there. So I do look at her. And, she does remind me a little bit of the leap of faith, more because there's a dog with the leap of faith card, or the new beginnings. And there's also a pathway. But this is a bridge. Now, the bridge doesn't look like it's covering anything really big or not big, but it's a bridge, and she doesn't necessarily know her path. Now, the interesting part of this, is that there's money on this side. So this person could be leaving a very secure position or a very secure life to pursue her dreams. Now, I am not telling you to quit your job. This is what I always say about that is it's easier to get a job when you have a job. But this is turning your back on something and kind of saying, there's just more. There's got to be more than this, okay? There is something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you, a spiritual quest. Again, that takes strength. So 118, 811, and then we come back to the Chariot. The Chariot has popped up a couple of times in some of the readings. So you may want to make sure that you cross-watch your look at your natal chart. There's lots of places on the internet to look that up. Birth charts, horoscope charts, things like that. And you type in your information, and they tell you where your Venus, your Moon, your Jupiter, all of that is. Okay, so we have that 7, divine umbrella, divine number, divine covering, Chariot, fast moving, but it's also promotion. So this could also be that, you're ready to take that leap, and maybe you've never thought that you could go into that managerial spot, that director spot, but something could be opening up in your company or in your world. And it's like the Chariot, between the 8 of Raphael and the Chariot, it's like, this is a really good energy for that move. Okay, so determination and self-control, career advancement, acknowledgement of success by others. And the strength, it could be a little scary. It can be scary stepping out of your comfort zone. But we all have choices. You don't have to do it. But the energies are very open for you to do this. Okay? So let's see, and welcoming. Open and welcoming for some changes. So here we go. Let's see what the angels, guardian angels, have to say for my Aquariuses. What do you have for our Aquarians? Yeah, having trouble speaking today. Here we go. The guardian of action. This is the king of fire. Underlying energy for the kings, as always, our swords or our air energy. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Action is our fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Jupiter's in Aries, and that's the planet of largesse, good fortune. Okay? And the guardian of fire, the king of fire, looks at the big picture and can see things that others may not be able to see. So it's time for you to step up and be the leader. Your natural leadership skills are being called into action. This is your moment in the sun, so move into the light and shine for all to see. This card is also about a person who has charisma, is inspiring, and enjoys a challenge, and loves the spotlight. So even there's movement here. If you want movement in your career or in your life, there is the opportunities for movement very strong here. There is a little bit of a risk with this 8 of Raphael. Like I said, it's kind of like, I know there's more for me. Maybe I just have to have faith. Maybe I just have to believe. Okay? So there is a little risk with the 8 of Raphael. Not to say there isn't. But the 7 and the king of fire is really all good. Okay, so here we go with the inspirational wisdom from angels and fairies for my Aquariuses. Let's see what we've got here. We're going to shuffle one more time. Okay. Reversed. Butterfly is reversed. Here we go. Wow, it's interesting. Fairy of fantasy. And I think this came up for Libra. So if you have Libra energy, and you saw me shuffle. Anyway, you have a huge appetite for life. So explore the pathway that is right for you at this time. That goes along with this reading. A lot of that. So maybe air energy is being pushed for exploration. Anyway, let's see what we've got here. Crystal or energy for my Aquarians. Here we go. Yes, here we go. Okay, you're good. Yeah, it's odd. This is a new deck, so it's odd that when I get the same card a couple of times. Okay, next card, this card. Here we go. Black Obsidian. Well, it's all about your strength. Support during changes. Well, there's a lot of changes here. Everyday stress relief, but it also clears negative energy. I like that. Well, my Aquarians, saying things are happening. I don't know. Do you step? Are you gonna take a step towards that path? Let me know. Comment. Okay. Take a moment, please, to like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell for notifications. As always, though, my Aquariuses, know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.